Thank fuck. No one knows.
True. All right, I reckon we can get this shit show going.
Shit show. I want to play.
I can't wait to play Diablo again. Anyway, let's get this shit on the road. Episode 9 of Eyes on Gaming. I'm going to do a slightly recap differently on what we do around here each Sunday. Myself and Dom, and sometimes some guests, will recap some of the highlights and biggest news of the week and give our thoughts and opinions on them. This is recorded live on Twitch, so if you're here, welcome. Otherwise, it is on all major podcast apps, and then also a day later on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Dom, how's the week been?
Hello, huge. I'm fucking knackered. I wish it was Diablo to blame for it, but just apparently the cats have realised that my bed is cool when I put my sheet on, and now they're like, so I had 3 cats last night pinning me down in the bed, and I couldn't roll over, and they're like 2 Maine Coons, so they're just like 7 kilos of cat each. So
it's all cat.
But I'm good. I'm here to talk about gaming in the... yes, I'm just going to grab my coffee. 1 second.
Yeah, grab your coffee. Grab your coffee, because...
My bad.
That's fine. Coffee's important. I'm excited this week. This week was really light on in news. Nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top.
You can edit that bit out.
I could.
Or the power of editing will appear as if I have suddenly gained glasses and a cup of coffee.
You know what the power of editing is? Is this Stream Deck Plus that I got? Holy crap. I've put all these little bindings on it, and basically all the knobs now turn into editing tools.
Yeah. I love it when my knob turns into an editing tool.
I know. It's just like, that's the trim one, that's the move one. It just, it feels so good doing edits on it. Like I get excited to edit now because of the knobs.
Oh my god! Well, if you get excited about editing, I can give you all the excitement you want in your life. If you want.
I've got 2 Stream Decks, and all of them have buttons, but really, I focus on the 4 knobs. That's it. It's like a bukkake for my editing.
Oh my god! Wow. Where does it start and where does it end? Oh, so many jokes, so little time.
All right, let's get this going about Diablo, though, because that's just the big one of the week. It was a refreshing start for a game launch, to be honest. It's early access launch, let's be honest there, but it was refreshing. I didn't have any problems.
Yeah, so they have done their homework. After umpteen million years, there was no issues with logging queues. It ran amazingly well. There have been no bugs as well, maybe the odd 1 or 2, but nothing really game breaking.
No.
And it's been a very, 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 very smooth release.
I mean, I didn't get any disconnection errors. There was times where I just walked away from the computer to make a coffee and I could come back and my character was still there. I mean, I did see a couple other people's streams and some people had disconnections, so I'm not going to say they don't exist, but for a PC release, it's something very refreshing that I've not seen in a long time, it feels.
Well, a multi-tenant release is across all major console platforms. So yes, very, very good.
Yeah. What's your feel for the game so far?
Oh, mate, this is only an hour-long show. So
this could be the Diablo episode.
This could be. I have had this rant this morning as well. The game, it is running amazingly well. It looks beautiful. They've given it everything they wanted in terms of lore. Everyone wanted a dark dystopian peasant simulator of a game with gore, and everything feels terrible and it's not a pretty universe, as Diablo should be. It is everything, and the story is compelling and interesting, and the character and the voice acting, and the levels look beautiful and they run smooth, etc. It is phenomenal from that point of view, right? The game looks amazing. The story is amazing. However,
you're playing a druid, so it's different.
So before I get into the druid, the game at its heart for me, Diablo, right? When someone says Diablo 2, I think Val runs. I think slaying dungeons with people, right? And the first thing that immediately fucking hit me when I was playing on my own, I thought, I'll play with some friends or I'll play with some people.
Yep.
And then it dawned on me, there is no looking for group mechanics. And I'm just like, what? So there's no way for me to join in with a bunch of random guys and just hack demons down and get shiny loot.
You have to add
which
them.
is what, which at its core is like what Diablo is all about.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, that part kind of sucked. And then I thought, okay. And then I got into the overworld and the underworld. And it just, I feel like the game is a menagerie of ideas that they thought they would kind of try from other games that have just been stuck in there. The first one is like resource collection.
Yes.
Why the fuck is that in a Diablo game?
I'm sick of that.
Why?
Already.
It's not even like you have a mining animation. You click on the fucking thing.
It just explodes with shit onto the ground. Yep.
And it's just like, why have that there? And then you've got the horse riding element of it.
I haven't got the horse
which
yet.
I'm just
close.
So the horse riding, I'm just like, why? There are waypoints fucking everywhere. I guess so I feel like that's something that they've nabbed from Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's like there are no waypoints in any of the dungeons.
No.
So I feel, and then you've got these. It's so sporadically split out. There, you've got these dungeons where you've got like these affects where you can choose to go and do them and choose. But I feel like there's too much side bolted like stuff on the side to do.
Yeah, there is.
Isn't really interesting enough for me to do.
Go into this house and just and stop. Let's poltergeist this person who's killed someone in there. Basically, stand by and kill whatever pops up.
But like even when you get the aspects and stuff, they're just to get the aspect, and it just feels like, and they're all really really long, and they just like, well, I like Diablo. It just feels long and excessive, and it's like, why not just put this into, like, you got 100 fucking levels, right? Why not just put this into the progression of things, or make this some sort of mode that you get in with your mates and you go slash down stuff together? Like, I just feel it's just,
you could put it into like an ascension type of.
Yeah, there's so much filler in there, right? And maybe I'm not. Maybe because I've still not fully completed the game yet, that I'm not appreciating the late game. And maybe it is one of those games that is built on the late game model. Yeah. But at the moment, it's just
some things are progression across multiple characters in the realm. Other things are locked to just a character.
Yeah, even like there's so many of these side dungeon things. Like, you could have just put them in a big tunnel and made it as part of the story or the mode or anything. Just rather than making this like, I in my brain, I have to go, do I have to do this?
I've been skipping them lately. I've been looking at it going, up, sorcerer. Don't plan on playing that anytime soon. Skip.
Yeah, exactly. And it just, there's a lot of filler. And I think it is then compounded by my next problem, which I've chose probably the worst fucking class. I really wanted to play Druid. I really did. But it is just an absolute ball ache, right? The resource management is not currently tuned correctly at the moment, especially for like feral, like, because melee classes, I feel like all I'm doing is the primary attack and then occasionally doing the secondary.
I'm the opposite with my
barbarian
necromancer. It's
okay.
I'm just spawning to build up essence, then I shoot one attack, and then I'm spawning to build up essence again. I'm just holding down mouse 1 and occasionally clicking mouse 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel at the moment. And it's just, I want to be a few swipes of my main attack and then right clicking around like an absolute badass while I watch lightning bolts and thunderbolts and like gore and poison spit out the air, and I just vaporize massive amounts of enemies.
I like explode corpses
all I want to
everywhere.
do with the occasional. Yeah, exactly. And the issue, and again, I think, I don't know why, but it feels like this game was built by mobile phone game experts rather than people who have like MMO combat cycles.
Yeah.
Because none of the combat, I don't feel like I have a flow. So if you look at World of Warcraft, I might, on a hunter, I do an aim shot, and then I'll spawn another ability off the back of that, then another ability, and then I finish it off with a big flashy execute.
Yes.
But there's no nice methodical chain comb.
Mine's the same. It is shoot bones, shoot a blight. Blight spawns a puddle. Maybe a corpse might appear. I'll explode that corpse into more blight. It doesn't instantly kill him. It's all damage over time. So I've just got this big black circle all across my screen with things slowly dying, and I'm just running around like an idiot waiting for it to fucking die.
Yeah, and I feel like the scaling of it as well hasn't really gone particularly well. So I feel like enemies are really spongy. Like I'm on the werebear, and I'll go in melee like and I get my attack, and I wait till I have full bar on my thing, and then I'm just like going doing the same attack until normal enemies just die, and it's just this like I don't want to feel like I'm fighting potato demons.
No,
I just want to kill. I want to run through like the crazy maniac, blood dripping off me, like. Insane person I am, and maybe I chose the wrong difficulty, made to get that kind of feel of it.
That's what I've been hearing a little bit. Is someone's like, well, I played in World 2. I'm sure you have 12. A little bit more, 20% extra experience, 20% extra gold or whatever. But then other people are going, you should just play World 1 because you can just blitz through the enemies faster, and yet by the time you compensate the health difference, it's the XP is about the same.
Yeah. I just want to feel like a badass, and I'm sure they will change it, but it just feels clunky. And the other thing I have as well with the overworld, right, and like not playing with my mates, right. So you've got this overworld. It's like, oh, maybe I'll meet people.
I've seen a couple people.
The field of view is so fucking...
Yes.
That's the point. The field of view is so narrow, I wouldn't even know if someone was fucking around me. I can't tell.
I don't know how many times I've looked to see if I could zoom out any further. I'm like, there has to be a way for me to make this more zoomed out. I feel like it is too close. I'm not seeing... And half the time, because I'm very ranged and area effect, I'm shooting shit that I can't even see on the screen. All my skeletons are off the screen, and I'm just fucking firing into the nether.
Yeah. So the game is, again, the world is phenomenal, and they've got something really, really good. But there needs to be that they like the combat and the social element of it needs work.
Yeah.
There needs to be I want to find people to play with button, and maybe it will come down. I really hope it comes later on down the line, because I honestly believe it doesn't. If they don't have a way for people to form social connections and get together and do the things they want, then the game will drop off. Like those world bosses.
35, and I haven't teamed up with anyone besides the little world events where you spawn around and there'll be a mini event. That's the only time I'm in the middle of something and someone else might swing past and they'll kill some stuff and then they run off.
Yeah, and they made this big deal about world bosses, 12 people to fight these big monsters. Well, why fucking make more of those? Put them in a dungeon. Make them like the bosses are, for the most part,
May I have your attention, please?
Played in Diablo. Okay, well, give us more of that. Let me join with a group of people and fight a big bad monster. We've all got to run and dance and dodge orbs and other things in an ARPG that's never been done before. Why is there not more of that? I don't know. It's.
Camera says it's Diablo multiplayer. Originally it was. This one isn't. As such.
Yeah.
It's very open world and multiplayer minus the multiplayer part.
It's lots of people doing... It's a world of people doing solo things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no incentivization for people to get together and, all work for that, big, shiny...
No,
donkey
I message friends while I'm playing this now, and I see they're on, and we just whisper. That's my social aspect of the game, is whispering my friends, going, "How are you doing? Yeah, good.
Yeah,
okay."
I don't. As someone who works a full-time job, I do not have time to piss around and be like, "Hey, I'm just trying this dog. Hey, everyone, how are you doing? Will you be my bestest Diablo friend to come join me?" Just give me a button that puts me in a group, and if we get on, I'll go, "Hey, let's be friends," and add them. Yeah. But at the moment, it's like, why is it? I feel like they need to take some sort of step to allow me to meet people, like in some sort of automated way. Like, so yeah, it's that bit I absolutely hate at the moment. And I've got to the late game, and I don't know what it's like. And I've heard lots of like it's really good. And there's loads of aspects.
I'm liking the fact that when I roll my second character, I can just click one button and the story's done. We don't have to do the story again. That's and I think that's something that really, I think back and look at PoE, for example, every season comes by and I've got to go through and do the story every time. That's kind of what kills me with PoE is I don't want to play the story for every 6 months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm hoping that keeps going with Diablo. If I can just roll a new character on each season and just skip the story and just keep doing that, I'll be good.
I can imagine that you would have to do the story every time. I think that's probably, or at least that's my gut feel. But like even then, right? What do you know? What would make that less painful?
If I could do it with
my friends. If I could go with my friends and just
fucking power it.
Hey, exactly. I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I want to grab a beer and I want to hold down mouse 1 occasionally and then hold down 2 and look like a fucking badass and then see my other badass friends looking more badass and I go, how do you get that armor? And they're like, oh, we went to this dungeon. Like, okay, let's all go on that dungeon together then. I just show me shiny things and let me do it with my friend. It's
Have
not
you gone for a world boss yet?
No, because I just don't give a fuck. It's just like it's okay.
Someone told me I need to.
Well, the other thing with world bosses is they spawn at a set fucking time. It's like, have I got to put Diablo in my Outlook calendar now? Is that part of like, hang on one second, client meeting, Tarazar, the big balls, like, and then
it's a game that's dead now. But one game that did world events insanely well was Rift. I remember Rift world events were something special. And they hoped they happened sporadically, but they were excellent and they got everyone in that region together doing something. And I've never seen a game do it similar to that level.
Well, Lost Ark does this, right? But Lost Ark does it to an extreme because it's like Eastern element.
Yeah.
And it's called a second job for a reason.
Yes.
And I feel like they've tried to make it more friendly to the Western world.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it's now boring. Like, so hopefully, I mean, there's lots we don't know. There's the season passes. There's like, you know, the proper late game stuff. And I'm sure they're going to put in other bits and pieces that we don't know about. And that's going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah.
But what this boils down to, if I feel lonely playing Diablo, I will stop playing it. It is... I don't play a big open living world to feel like I'm on my own. And that's just that this is my problem with it. It's just like how can it be the biggest fucking release in the world and I feel like no one is playing it?
Yeah. I see lots of people playing it, but I don't see it in the world.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. And it's such a big world. I honestly expect micro instances around each map, like small region, basically. I want to be loading 20 people per little area, nearly. Yeah. And when I move to the next one, that refreshes a bit of who's in and who's not. Maybe they'll have a little bit of a buff there or something. But I want to see people, actually see more NPCs riding past me on horses than I have seen play.
Yeah, exactly. And they put so much focus on this living overworld. But the overworld is literally just traveling from one thing to the next. I don't care. I run past enemies. I don't care about these random packs of stuff. Like, if I see an orange thing, okay. Otherwise, I'm just like, take me there as humanly fast as possible, put me into the next moment, and then they, like, isolate you away. Like, why? Why would they not allow you to do the dungeons and stories together with a group?
Yeah. I mean, I like the bosses so far have been fun. I'll say that. The bosses have been quite enjoyable. But it's a double-edged sword. As much as I'm enjoying the bosses, the moment I lose my skeletons and the rest of it, I've lost all momentum in the fight and it becomes very boring and slow while I'm just running around waiting to build shit back up again. I'd feel like the moment I lose momentum in a fight, that combat cycle, it just kills it for me straight away.
Yeah, and I think the leveling, I think the power curve is a little bit off at the moment as well. Because I think to feel that underpowered in a Diablo game, it's about about being a badass and kicking the shit out of everything. Yeah. Then there is something wrong. Like for me, I was playing the druid, and I spent my first the chick with the boss with the blood orbs and she links and stuff. Like I spent my time just running around, like it's a dodging. Like I just felt like I was running away the whole time. Yeah. Occasion and then coming in and doing some attacks. And while I get that's maybe for later bosses and advanced stuff, but not in an ARPG. Not it literally. Yeah. Coined the games where you hold right click and go.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things. Like there's some quality of life. The teleportation's handy. I don't know if it was in a tutorial, but it took me multiple dungeons to realize that I could just right click and warp, bring up the map, and then click on the exit, and that would take me to the start of the dungeon rather than taking myself back to town. I didn't notice that for quite some time, that I could actually just go to the entry of the dungeon. Sometimes I was running through an empty dungeon. That's probably my own stupidity there, but I did feel like the game told me a couple of little things like that, which would have been nice to have known.
Yeah,
or even if it just, I think it was Diablo 3 or Diablo 2. They used to open up a portal when you finish the dungeon, so you click on it and it would take you straight to the start.
Yeah,
I swear they used to have a portal in one of them that would take you straight back to the entrance of the dungeon. But this one, didn't tell me that I had to bring up the map to do that. No teleport to portals, though. It's nice. I like not having having to worry about fucking tomb scrolls to teleport back home.
Yeah, I'm looking at the forums right now on the looking for group options. There's no quest stones. Diablo 3 Diablo 2 had a list of games that you can join. Diablo 3 had join options based on activity. Yes. Diablo 4 has 0 looking for group tools. Like, I feel that is just a major fuck up.
And something they had in there already. They could have just brought that over, knowing the basis of things. Some of the things that they needed and what they needed to bring over. It's, why can't you brought up on your stream the other day, where's the fucking cube? Why do I have to go to a fucking jeweler to hand in 3 gems to make another gem? I want my fucking cube so I can just chuck it all in my cube.
Yeah, agreed. I don't understand it. But hey, there we go. There we have it. Maybe these are coming with the full release. These incredibly smart people, they have built this engine from the ground up. This is brand new technology, new architecture. Like the way that all the stuff plugs together, like they can take a cube of a dungeon and put it next to another one, and it will just bind together and form some new pretty thing. Like incredible. So you'll be able to create massive worlds almost instantaneously, I presume.
Yes.
But remember, this is a multiplayer game, please. Otherwise, why even have multiplayer in it?
When do we think we see season 1? I don't remember if they gave us an exact date on that yet. We think it's 6 months.
I would imagine it comes out. Is it 6 months?
I'm thinking, will they give us the base game for 6 months and then reset onto season 1? Like, what do you think?
I was hoping it's on this Friday. I'm hoping that.
That's another thing. They got that whole hardcore challenge at the moment. Does that mean every? I know they were talking about streamers and other people would get it early and they're the ones who would do it. Does that mean it technically started 2 days ago and then everyone who has the standard edition has to play catch up tomorrow?
Yeah, I presume so.
Because I don't see them resetting everything just for the standard edition people.
No, neither do I.
I guess if you were going to go for that, you're probably someone who paid for the deluxe or the ultimate. I saw on Twitter though today, there's a few people are concerned and confused over pre-orders. So people thought by the standard edition pre-order, and the standard edition gave them early access to the game at launch. Which, I mean, personally, they had a nice little graph there that fucking told you that. I don't see how you got that one confused. But, it was purely just for the beta.
Oh, man. I feel like I shouldn't be too angry with it. It's given me everything I wanted. But it's just like, I feel like it's like, hey, I want you to buy this brand new supercar.
Yeah.
They have, and then they forgot to give me fucking keys. And I'm just like, why? Like, or they forgot to put wheels on it.
Yeah.
Like,
here's your car.
What are you doing?
No fuel. Here's a jerry can. The fuel station's 5 kilometers down the road. Start walking.
Yeah, it's like, are you having a laugh? I just, and I also feel that I think all the characters have the skill trees are immensely simple, and I feel that there's so much tied into aspects, and I think it's meant to be that the late game and the aspects are the things that really build and evolve that, but that's also really boring to do, so you don't really ever get feel like because you've got like the legendaries and stuff that tie into that as well.
Yeah.
And I mean the thing with like Path of Exile is that you can do so much customization and stuff without gear, and then
to go weird with. You can go really weird with Path of Exile, and that's kind of what I was hoping at the launch of this, was being able to go fucking weird. I wanted to drop one move and have other moves stacked in my gear, so then I was just exploding in fucking sparks and poison and shit was just, my screen was an underground rave, basically, is what I wanted.
But yeah, and because they've put these 5 trees, right? That this web tree that's supposedly you can do things, but really I think what it should have been is just 5 different columns with 5 different modes that you go into. Like, I'm bear, I'm the wolf, I'm the storm guy, because they don't really overlap all that much. Like, you have to take all the bear stuff to be the best bear. I can't be the bear wolf, wolf or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. So
yeah, I find that fun.
And I'm looking at some of the builds and stuff, I didn't even realize that there's Shockwave for the bear, and it looks like it's part of a legendary or an aspect or something. Oh. And it's just like, okay, so to unlock my character, I'm now going to have to go and do all these long, monotonous dungeons. Like, why not just put it in the process of me going to do it? Maybe, I have to get to like level 90 or something, but I have to do a dungeon run 20 times or something. But I won't care because I'm just having fun doing it.
I do like that you could scroll through that list of aspects that you want, like the dungeons, find the one that you want, and then right click on it, and it will show you how to get to that one on the map.
Yeah.
I do like that. It took me a little bit to realize that I could actually find dungeons that I haven't seen already on the map and just go, where's this one? Oh, cool. Okay, I'll head that way and go get that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they missed a trick as well. It's like, why not make it one dungeon have multiple of them or something, like, rather than just doing this is the sorcerer dungeon, or because I just won't do it. I won't go out of my way to do it. It just feels like,
the only good thing about doing it now is if you do it now, you don't have to do it for your sorcerer. You can claim it. You can claim it and have it ready for your sorcerer when you want to roll a sorcerer.
And I mean, if they're going to do that, right? The other thing, one of the things that Lost Ark does really well is that if I have multiple characters, it benefits all my characters. Yeah. Like, you get additional stats and additional bonuses and stuff. There's lots and lots of good things that Lost Ark does really well. And I feel
that's a Lilith. The Lilith statues, if you're claiming them, they add stats across all your characters.
Yeah, they do. And that's great. That's good. Like, but like, maybe if, by getting more aspects, I get more stats on my other characters or something, or, increases something else, then I would be more interested in it. I would be more like, hey guys, I could be like, hey, Bearded Nova, let's do aspect runs tonight because everyone's going to benefit.
That would be
but
cool.
like, I'm not going to be like, let's just follow you. Or, otherwise, all right, let's all be sorceresses tonight and we'll do all the sorceress aspect. Yeah. It just feels like, who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe they should have been there should have been maybe random drops instead. You know,
exactly.
these aspects can potentially drop, and there's some big legendary ones, etc. Then I will meaningfully go into them.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like, or give me a currency or something that I could buy these aspects with. I don't know what the fuck, anything other than just making it class specific.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like there's any story to them either.
No, there's no story to them. There's no story to them. It is purely click on the entry. Oh, cool. Do I want that? Am I going to play that character anytime soon? Okay, I may as well just go do this now and quickly get it over and done with. But really, what I want to be doing is beeline the story so I can finish that and then just progress my level and do the grind and then start my gear hunting and everything else that I want to do.
Yeah, agreed.
Time will tell. It's pretty good launch. Give it a few weeks. Let's just see what they patch in and slight tweaks they've done with more masses of people involved. I know they've changed a little bit already over the weekend beta weekends and the rest of it prior to launch, but I'm hoping they keep those little adjustments and tweaking as we go. We've seen debuffs to a few classes already.
Yeah. We've seen turn some of them off.
Yes.
Like literally taking them away. I think in some zones you can't even complete now.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what they do with the season passes. I know there's going to be fucking skins for different characters.
Oh, yeah.
I know there probably will be. I'm hoping what they do is they put new classes in every season or whatever, you know, like.
I'm hoping they expand on the 5 classes that we got, but there was the talks pre-launch about that merch, and you weren't here for that episode. We were talking about one of the merch pieces actually hinted at a 6th class.
Yeah. Okay.
And along the lines of knightness. So I think, rumors would be either a paladin class, which we've seen in Diablo already, or potentially a Death Knight, which we have not seen in Diablo and would suit Diablo 4 insanely well if we got a Death Knight.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of opportunity to give more, new characters to play around with.
Amazonian come back.
And I mean, but how's that going to fucking work? Am I meant to then go back into these dungeons? Are they going to have dual aspects in there then?
Yeah, I don't know. New
dungeons and a new zone. Yes, of course. And everyone doing them on their own. It's like
again and again, again and again. It just won't stop.
I love the game, but I just it blows my mind. Why would you take away quality of life?
Yeah.
I think that's more upset me more than it's upset me so much that it's overshadowed the fact that this is just a phenomenal release.
It's just a mixed bag of feelings for me. This game, it's been very mixed bags. I just don't know which way I'm feeling at the time. And even today, after I got home, I even had a few minutes. I'm like, I'm going to quickly load in and do something. I'll do more of it later.
But we got Monday there'll be new stuff coming out, etc.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
One great thing I'm just putting no fucking day one patch. No fucking stupid big ass patch that we had to install the moment the game went live.
No, that's very true.
More games need to do that.
I think. Yeah. No, that's very true. I guess, but it's the live service. I mean, they probably are patching. We just don't see it.
Yeah, they're all back end patches.
Yeah, so the client side and then technology underneath, they can do what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough. Bit branded about Diablo for the start. Way more than
the end.
The end. A few other ones from the week. We got down here is Capcom has asked fans to suggest the next game, the next remake.
They've asked fans. I think they know what they're going to make.
They know.
Code Veronica.
It's going to be Code Veronica or 5. One of the two. I don't see it being Revelation yet or anything like that. It's Code Veronica 5. They've already said they don't want to touch 1, which I really think they should have fucking started the whole thing redoing 1 again, even though 1 looks great. I would have liked to have seen 1 reimagined like 2 and 3, where the one that we currently have is just a fucking HD version of the original. Nothing really new there, but It's
Yeah.
It's working for him. It's working for him so well.
I think Code Veronica. I think 5 isn't. I feel like it's still fresh in a lot of people's heads. I think. I think Veronica is the next one. Yeah.
Maybe they just want to avoid all that shit that came with 5 the last time.
Yeah, very true. I mean, but they were both great remakes. So yeah, I would like that'd be good. How about Capcom? You make a new game. How about that? How about you don't?
Well,
remake
we just had
something.
We just had 7. A Village.
We did.
Village wasn't that long. I think Capcom are going to be, they're doing it with Silent Hill at the moment, where they're bouncing in between a new game and the old. So they're doing the new Ascended, which is, I don't know how I feel about that game yet. I'm waiting to find out more before I really want to talk about Ascended. But they're doing Ascended, and at the same time, they're doing Silent Hill 2. They're gonna try the magic that they did with Resident Evil, where it's a remake and a new game at the same time, because both are making the same numbers. Ascended is a weird Twitch game, basically.
I'm just looking up Ascended. I don't think I've
the idea about it is the decisions made are generated by those watching. It's kind of like Twitch Plays situation, where it's episodic. The new episode will come out every so often after so many people have made the choices around. Yeah. It
seems like cool. A bit of a meme project.
Yeah, basically.
As someone who wants to play games not on Twitch, it's like I don't care about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Alas, yes.
I'm going to skip the Fortnite one because Fortnite, we're just getting Optimus Prime and going to the jungle. There's nothing really excited coming out of that, to be honest.
Autobot, roll it. Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of being Optimus Prime, but let's be honest, it's not going to be fucking 20 foot in the game. I'm going to be the same size as everyone else. So unless I am a giant oversized skin, I don't want to fucking know about it. The one that I do want to talk, because I know you've ranted about this before, is Redfall. Redfall. We're bringing back Redfall.
Why?
Why
Redfall?
Redfall.
It's shit.
Yeah, it is shit. They've come out saying, Xbox knew all these issues that they were having with the game. And since I read about it further, they were understaffed. They were too many directions in one way, so they had no clue what was doing it. This game was in development before Xbox picked up Bethesda. Arcane was hoping that Xbox would have just ditched the project because it was a mess. Rather, Xbox said, cool, keep going, and then walked away and put their hands up. So Arcane's now blaming Xbox for them not canceling the project and then making them the release a project that they had no control from. That's their excuse. That is their excuse.
This is this is the problem with sales teams. They saw it as an opportunity to get loads of hype, I imagine, and the devs were like, no, this is shit, and there was a disconnect.
Yeah.
I've worked in projects where they've sold stuff before it's even been developed. And it sucks to be put in that position because you do end up with crappy projects that no one loves and stuff like that. So I feel, this is probably all spawned off the back that Xbox still don't really have any big,
they don't,
punchy titles at the moment. And I'm gonna, I think fucking Space Simulator,
Starfield.
Starfield. I talked about
shit.
The other day. There's not enough footage.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's not going to fucking live up to it. It's going to be No Man's Sky 2.0.
I really hope I'm wrong, and this is absolutely beautiful, and they're keeping it close to their chest intentionally. But for a game that is meant to literally, cause tsunamis.
The last time they kept a game to their chest intentionally, Bethesda did, and leaked only tiny little bits, was Fallout 76. How did that launch?
That went awful. It was
everyone had this massive hype around an open world, Moss multiplayer Fallout game, and it was shit.
But I think, yeah, it's they have a lot to sort out with these next showcase. Like they have the opportunity. Like they've got that zombie fucking game that was meant to have more cup in it. It's at number 3.
Yeah.
That's meant to be coming out, and there's a few other titles as well that look exciting. Like there's any Wolfenstein and other bits and pieces, like in terms of like single player space.
Yeah, dude, we got that in there. There's they're hiring around potentially a Wolfenstein 3. Like there's
it's just not the IPs. You know how like game studios hold on to IPs and they keep like milking them. Yeah, I think or any other.
Yeah,
they don't have enough of those exciting IPs. They don't have a Final Fantasy. Well, I suppose they had Halo, but they pissed on that grave, right?
Yeah, they built some hype
Forza,
shit.
I will say, phenomenally pretty game.
The Horizon, for Horizon series, it's fine. But Horizon has overtaken the original core for Forza. Now it's all about the Horizon, and the base ones, now get shelved, and they're all worried about what's the new Horizon. Everyone wants to know what the new Horizon is.
Yeah. So I mean, I played Horizon. I'm not into racing games, and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah,
I thought it's
fun.
Yeah,
and they do
really
online
good.
aspect of it is really fun too. Like just driving around the world event, and then there's something happening, and then you got all these cars running to the same location. It's fun.
Yeah, agreed, and really good on that front. But
that's all they got.
There's there's Gears of War.
But they don't have any plans
give
to
me
do
more Gears of War.
They don't have plan on doing any more Gears of War at the moment. They're trying all this,
other stuff.
Really, if you wanted to make some quick bank at the moment and some quick money, take a page out of Capcom and redo the original trilogy. You think about it. You get Dom back and the rest of it. Like you get some classic characters there that people love. Most of the characters in Gears 5, people don't give a shit. Since Gears 4, it has been slowly on the decline in terms of what people are liking. Go back to 1, 2, and 3. Just redo that. It's a small cash cow. It'll work. Yeah,
agreed. They need some big juicy ass type. Like I got an Xbox, right, but there's not one title on there at the moment. Outside of, do you know? I use it for playing indie games. I use it because Xbox Game Pass, and when there's an indie game in there, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll play that.
I use my PC and then I just stream it to my TV instead. Like at the moment for an indie game.
Yeah.
Xbox has no reason for me to buy a console. I brought an Xbox One at launch originally, and after doing that, I quickly realized that I should have just brought a PlayStation 4, and regretted that until I brought a PlayStation 4.
The PlayStation 5, like the only issue I have with it is fucking expensive. You get what you pay for. Like games are like £70-80. Like it's like, but what you buy, you get really good games. Like Final Fantasy, I am so looking forward to it. I'm
looking forward to that, and then I'm looking forward to Part 2 when that comes out. Like within 12 months, on December, January, we should be seeing it around that period. Whether they do it as a holiday release, who knows? But if they were going to do it as a holiday release, I felt like we probably would have seen something prior to. They may want to put it into the first quarter of next year, just because it's too close to 16. They just want to put some space in between 16 and Part 2. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to 16. Like, Sony's got me excited with the lineup. Over the next few months, there are games constantly coming out this year that I am, without a doubt, going to buy and going to play. I cannot say that for Xbox. I've got Game Pass. Whatever pops up, I might try it. Like, I even, High as Life, that's a good game. Everyone liked that.
Yeah.
It's already dead.
Yeah.
No one talks about it anymore. I haven't even got to that yet.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Xbox is not having not having a good year in terms of. I think they survive. I think they're making lots of money and stuff and all that. But like in terms of what I want as a consumer, are just not really.
They're not giving it to me.
I don't. No, and that's sad.
I think if Redfall launched better, that would have been something to get. Like I it was on my radar coming up to it. I was like, I'm kind of interested to see what this happens to be when it comes out to launch. Like, let's just wait and get closer. We got closer, realized it was going to be a steaming pile of shit, and I didn't bother installing it.
I feel if the Xbox made a shift into really good co-op play with your mate games, lots of them, I think they would have a really good market. I think that the Xbox, PlayStation is great. You go there because you want really rich single player stories. And like, okay, well, we'll just own the multiplayer market.
Yeah.
The Left 4 Deads and whatever Diablos and Call of Duties and all those wonderful kind of share an adventure on the Xbox and play the single story on the PlayStation, and then they serve two very different purposes.
Yes.
Otherwise it's just like otherwise Xbox's slogan is going to be the console you play when you've got no PlayStation games, like that. Like,
yeah, that's kind of
that's going to be it.
That's kind of how it is now already for me. But how do you feel about the Ratchet and Clank coming out though? That was Ratchet and Clank coming to PC. Now,
I don't care.
No, it doesn't phase you. I know some people are outcrying, a bit upset, but let's be honest, that game came out 2 fucking years ago. It's not like they're releasing their first party game 6 months later.
Yeah, Sony are releasing on the PC. That's fantastic.
Good on them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't see why people getting fucking upset.
Oh, because I brought a PlayStation 5 for this game, and yeah. Are you still playing it 2 years later? Probably not. Sony wants to get some money.
You're still going to be paying 70 quid for it.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who is a beloved PC player, I'd rather have a console these days. Console is.
I'm happy with my setup that I've got now with my PC for all my Xbox and stuff that I can't get on console, and that I've dedicated to PlayStation 5 as that's my console now. I have my Switch. The Switch is there for when the Switch needs to come out and shine. Every so often the Switch just goes, hello, and I'm like, oh, I miss you, friend, and then we spend a great time cuddling on the couch.
Yeah. I mean, so for me, consoles are just easier.
Yeah.
And they always seem to run smoother. They obviously they have it's not variance between different hardware setups.
Yeah.
Like, I go downstairs, I have the cinema room, put on the surround sound, put my headphones on, and I get to just boot it up and play games, and it takes me there. With the PC and stuff, there's drivers and other bits and pieces, and I feel the performance issues as well. Like, there's been too many headaches over that, and I just want. As I get older, I just want
simplicity.
I just want ease of access, and just no complexities. I just want the time limited time I have, make it easy as possible for me. Make me just don't punish me for having a job in terms of skill. Don't punish me in terms of setup.
Yeah.
Just to let me enjoy it and feel like a badass, and then let me share those stories with people. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a complex creature. Just
okay. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the last one I want to bring up, and it's back on the PlayStation one, is the Gran Turismo movie director is looking into Wipeout. Like, it seems like Sony is really getting into. I don't know. Like, they've picked up. We've had that Last of Us series that went well. Uncharted movie, hit and miss depending on who you are. I didn't mind it. I didn't find it was a terrible movie. It could have been better, sure, but it was fine. We have Twisted Metal coming out next month, I think it is. And alongside that, we'll be getting a new game. now we're getting talks about the Wipeout lore. And we haven't had a Wipeout game in a very long time.
Like, who cares? Like, I mean,
is it a way for
So
Sony
Mario-
to invigorate hype around a series that they haven't done in a while? Like, you know,
I honestly
how they're doing it
don't
with
know.
Twisted Metal. Like, it seems like that.
Yeah.
I've showed people the Twisted Metal trailer and they're like, what the fuck is that? That sounds interesting. It could be cool. It's, you know, it seems like
Yeah.
it's trying to tickle both audiences here. You
They
release it with a
keep
new
choosing
game.
games that are really fucking niche.
I know.
Like,
Great.
real kind of like I think Gran Turismo are fantastic, real hyper, you know, close to real life motor driving as you possibly can. I don't think a movie. I don't want a series of it.
It's like I call the movie, the Gran Turismo movie, is like a 2-hour documentary around the Gran Turismo League. It's really what it is. It's an advertising campaign for the Driver Academy.
Yeah,
I find it was a very interesting path because at first I looked at it and went, how are they going to turn this into a fucking movie? This isn't going to make sense.
right.
I watched
Yeah.
the trailer and then I walked away from the trailer going, you know what? I'll watch that. I'll actually watch that. You've done something to me, Sony. You've tickled me in a way that you've pricked my interest. I'm liking the cast. I'm liking the idea. You've actually done something that makes me go, all right, let me go. Let me watch this because I like all those movies like Ford vs. Ferrari and Lamborghini and that. Like, I love those type of movies. And this kind of tried to tickle that vein of type of movie, which will get my attention.
But they could have just called it Cars Go Fast and Explode, and it would have been way more interesting than them taking the Gran Turismo. It's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. You've taken a gaming IP and made it into a game. If it's about cars exploding, driving fast, okay, cool. That's absolutely
Apparently,
brilliant.
that's not working well for Fast X, though.
No. I mean,
Jason
you know,
Momoa's fault.
it should be Fast X It. Hopefully, this is.
Oh, fuck that.
Like, let it go. We're approaching B level. Like, we're going to have
It is going
Sharknado in
bad.
there
It
soon.
is going fucking really bad. That thing
Yeah,
should have died off a long time ago.
should have. Yeah.
Paul Walker's death probably was a good time to end it. Basically, that was a beautiful ending to the movie. You could have finished it up there. We just could have called it a day.
Yeah, but no, things are just going from. No more fast movies, please. No more. Well, I just want new IPs.
Have you
Something fun.
Have you seen the Mario movie?
I have. I really, really enjoyed it. It was, you know, tongue-in-cheek adult. There was adult humor in there, and
Good.
there was lots of, you know, good.
I've brought it. It is on. I own it.
Oh,
I
enjoyed it.
yet. I haven't watched it.
I had fun. Yeah, I was entertained, and it made me laugh.
Okay,
It made me laugh.
That's my next week. That's my sometime this week into next weekend movie. Finally
Yeah.
catching up.
I mean, it made $1 billion. It's like almost as
It's
great.
third highest.
As much. Yeah.
It
I was surprised at.
got some crazy numbers. 1.4, I think it's at.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just double checking because I saw something with it where it's ranked up there as.
But those
And that's right.
I think
In terms of animation movie, it
Yeah.
has outdone Frozen. So it's
Okay,
the
wow.
third biggest animation movie, 3D animated movie.
what's the number one?
Number one, good question. Because at first they were topping.
Is it 20 high best grossing film in history. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for something that no one expected it to ever do, but no one expected much out of this movie, and Nintendo has done something. You know, everyone's looking at Nintendo, waiting for them to do what's the next title. Are we getting a Zelda, or are we getting a Metroid, or Donkey Kong? They can do lots of spin-offs. It's Nintendo. They're very safeguarding what they're doing. they're not going to rush and just punch out a million movies now just because they got success off one.
Yeah, I would like to see a Metroid. I think they should be making the character-based movies make sense. Mario, Sonic, Pikachu have all done really well. And sense a pattern here. Like,
Smash
bring us-
Brothers.
Yeah, more characters.
Look at it.
More-
You just named half of Smash Brothers cast movie already there. They've got the models, put them into a game.
And the games, the ones that are like more universe-based, Castlevania, Dota, League of Legends, give them to Netflix and allow them to make a beautiful series. That's good. And the rest of them put them into big production. Give me a Metroid movie. Give me a Snake movie. Give me a Samus. Fucking hell, who else we got? I mean, I expect that we'll see a Donkey Kong movie.
I'm expecting we'll see a Donkey Kong movie. That'll probably be in the next one.
Donkey Kong, a Luigi movie.
I don't expect Samus. I'd love to see Samus as a movie, but I feel like she's too niche.
I don't know. I feel like Metroid. I think Metroid would make a great movie.
It would make a great movie or an amazing series. Either. It could do both. It could do both really well.
Yeah. An animated Metroid series. That would be fucking awesome. I'd watch the shit out of it.
The first female hero video game character, I'm pretty sure, was that Samus. Like, everyone thought Samus was a man until the helmet came off and it was a woman.
Yeah.
Shock, surprise.
Shock, horror. But that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. So,
not a Diablo movie. We don't need a Diablo movie.
Diablo series, though, like The Witcher.
An animated Diablo series, maybe. I've heard rumors that there is actually something like that in the works.
Ooh, that would be alright, actually.
Yeah. Like, they tend to do really well for themselves. Looking forward to the new Castlevania series as well.
Yeah. And I'm not looking forward to any future Witcher movies because Henry Cavill's been kicked off.
Well, the last one has got in it. I mean, the Wolf of. They did fucking appallingly, apparently. Like, I haven't watched it yet, but apparently it's like ultra bad.
Yeah, I feel sorry, but today walking around movie world and being Warner Brothers, and you're having all the DC properties there and the bits and pieces. I saw a lot of Batman Museum. It got me thinking about Henry Cavill a fair bit today, thinking that poor man he just gets screwed off roles. He left The Witcher to become Superman again, just to be told he's not doing Superman, and then to be replaced on The Witcher.
Yeah, I feel
both
he's
roles
making
he was
Warhammer.
fantastic.
He's doing a Warhammer series, though, isn't he?
Yes,
which
apparently
has
until someone else comes up, then he'll be kicked out and they'll try and replace him.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, should we probably wrap this up? There's not much else you want to bring up. Anything you want to bring up before the end of it?
No, nothing from me.
No, you're besides Evil Media and Basic Blokes, you're also on with Morph this month, I believe.
Is it this month? Maybe it is this month.
June. I swear
maybe
it was June.
Am.
I saw your name. It caught me by surprise. I haven't messaged you since then to go, oh, when's that is?
Yes, I am on that. I can tell you what day it is. 1 second. Let me check
You got your calendar.
Ever growing calendar. But live and die.
Being organized is important. Let's be honest.
Yes. All right, let's have a look. When are we going to? And then I find out I've missed a meeting. Who has Outlook calendar?
I love Outlook.
Twitch interview. What? Oh yes, that's right. 2 to 3:30 in the fucking morning. Oh god. Looking forward to that one. Yeah, that's on the 20th of June.
Oh, end of the month.
Yeah. So going to be talking about the world of social media and Twitch and why no I should be doing in a career.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna crush your dreams.
Do you know what? Anything I will say about that topic and that I do like about Twitch, is it gives me something to do while I'm probably sitting there playing my game. That's the only reason it is. It's not there to make myself money. It's not there for that. It is purely there
hobbyist.
for me as a hobbyist. It's because I'm going to sit here and play Diablo for a few hours and may as well see if someone wants to talk to me while doing it because no one else in my family is going to speak to me.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic hobbyist thing, and you can earn some, you can earn some good money on the side. Like, I all my gaming equipment was previously funded before I moved to OnlyFans by Twitch money.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I completely get it, and it's good. And it's
I
fun
get my CD keys. I get games still given to me and bits and pieces. I love it. There's games I've never thought I would ever play before, and I played a fucking casino game last week that was full of animals and micromanaging a drug farm with chickens and fucking, I've played some games that I didn't expect I would play, and I love them from this. So bonuses, but yeah, definitely not something I'm looking at going, any day now I'm about to quit my job because I'm not.
No. I like money.
I like money. I like having a house.
This is a fuller.
I like having a house and nice things.
I like
food.
Not living on the street.
Yeah, I want to keep my house. I want to keep power into my computer.
Yes, I like societal norms.
If you quit your job, it's not for Twitch. Exactly.
If you're not quitting your job for Twitch, are you even a Twitch streamer?
No, I only kick it because Drake's going to give me fucking subs or something on Kick or something today. I don't know. All good fun.
Anyway, if I quit my job, it ain't for Twitch. Well, Kainra, it's good seeing you. Didn't know you knew each other.
Yes, of course we do. Kainra, I know fucking everyone.
You do.
I do know two people.
I know more people in the Australian video game scene than I do the UK scene. Well, but you guys have like the perfect time zone for me because I wake up and you guys are just getting into your gaming and stuff.
See, my horribleness is brilliant. I didn't try and looking at my streaming, and that was looking into the UK, which is exactly where over time I realized I got to focus more on the UK region.
There you go. That is like you. Well, you have the breakfast show for UK streamers.
Exactly. That's kind of why we're timed this an East Coast American.
And just remember, if you're going to do a breakfast show, don't do a Michael Scofield.
Baby.
Terrible. Yes, no grooming your assistants. I'm not being groomed, everyone. It's fine. I'm not.
Blink twice.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, there you go.
Alright, we'll wrap this up. I'm going to go play some Diablo. I need a drink first, and I'm going to play some Diablo.
Cool, me too. What level are you?
34.
Oh, same level with me. I might join you.
Yeah, 34, but I'm going to go grab a drink of that. Message me your Blizzard drink.
Ocklord 56.